shaft, your case. One shaft, one case. This comes off the bearing race. Right there. Pushes on the other side of the bearing race. Tightens it. So we got to see if your insert is in the right spot. Alright, I need a tightening tool. Does that look like a tightening tool?
Yep. An adjustable tightening tool.
Yeah, see, this hasn't been modified for big nuts yet. I need a bigger one for big nuts. Oh, I'm going to have to modify the tool. What's the factory torque on that?
A nice hooga dooga.
About there. You can't feel it moving
Until it heats up.
until it heats up. So we got to heat it up a little bit so it'll move. It actually feels pretty even now. It was pretty uneven before, remember? Feel it? The high spot's not there like it used to be. It's pretty straight right now, it feels like.
Oh yeah.
I purposely pushed it all the way down so it'd be flush when it cooled. So it looks like it might have cooled in the right spot. It's not in the center there. Which one's the long one?
Long one.
Which one's the short one?
Long one goes in the center.
You sure?
Yeah.
You can remember after a whole week?
Maybe. Pushing it though.
Pushing it? Well, if you're wrong, it won't work. So. If it's below the surface, you must be right.
Got a 50-50 chance.
No. I could have used one that wasn't cut.
Yeah.
See if we put that one in there. It's long enough, see?
Oh yeah.
Yep, it goes in this one. Washer for down here. High torque zone. Yeah, that's good shape. Only goes on one direction. Must be a locking nut. Tight?
No, it looks almost tight.
Tight enough for me. Feels relatively close. How's our alignment now? It's off a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
Looks better now.
Yep.
Made an adjustment. I'm pretty sure the bar didn't bend. So I'm thinking the race moved on the other side. So this is our alignment sleeve. So it doesn't quite go in there yet.
Means it's off. It's pulling this way.
Yeah. Ugh. Just heavy nut. That'll be enough torque. That's on a taper, so you don't need to get too carried away with it. You just
Gotcha.
trying to hold it centered. This is the one that needs to be pretty tight. Okay, it doesn't rotate. Appears to be tight.
Any movement?
It's not flat. It's high on this side, low on this side.
But in terms of this, it's straight. Ish.
Ish, yes. Assuming Dad made his tool correctly.
Well, nothing we can do now.
I don't know, I didn't check it, so I don't know. This looks up already. So when it bent it up like that, it made it high on that side, low on that side. Which is what it's showing.
That's how kind of was originally, right? It was high on one side, low on the other.
Yeah. So, yeah, check tool accuracy.
Like run out of the whole shaft, or what are you guessing? Run out was gonna be.
I don't know what it is.
Take a wild guess. I'd say no more than 20 thou.
I was hoping to spin the shaft, but this is jammed in there pretty heavy. I was hoping to rotate it so I can do 180.
Mm.
Tighten it back up. If it's the same thing over this side, it's correct. If it moved the opposite direction, then your shaft is bent or it's not concentric. The problem is when you jam this taper in there, it gets pretty damn tight on the shaft. So even though I'm moving the shaft around, it's still
Wedged in there, yeah.
Just trying to rotate it by pressure over here, holding it. But it's just going in and out, it's not. So we're going to call it being close enough for the application at hand. Because it was way better than it was before.
Yep.
Because right or wrong, it's going to be tight. So this is already jammed in there. So you don't really need to tighten this up much more. Got tension on it. Feel the same. Nobody said it was lined up before anyways.
Exactly.
Even though these are the same numbers, that doesn't mean everything's perfectly aligned. I think I've checked this tool before for run out. It's not very decent, as I recall, but who knows. I've gone over and checked some of these tools over the years, made sure they're right. Okay, so now we got to do our lock and stitch stuff over here. So if I'm going to go on with a mill and go in vertical, we're going to have to block it up higher than what this is.
Okay.
So I can put it in the mill. And then I can hold it down and pull on it. Otherwise we're going to have to come in there at an angle. Because that won't fit. I don't want to put a screw way the hell out here. I want the screw to go into that. Put these in here. So right between aluminum and steel both, and stick it together. Pin that bastard in there. I'm going to put a few from this side, and I'm going to put a bunch on the other side. Alright. So where's your big blocks?
My over here?
Yeah, where's your big block at? You got one?
Yeah, it's somewhere over here.
Somewhere over here.
Pretty sure you'll show me where it's at.
I'm gonna find one. The whole stack down there. Over here.
Oh wow.
That's raw stock down there to make them out of. See, I just haven't made them yet. Here's some more out here. Some more raw stock, waiting to be made. There's a couple bucks of steel sitting there. Just cutting that was a lot of money. Alright, this appears to be in our way now. And all that work we did to put that in there square. And I'm getting rid of it now.
And to put it back on, we're gonna have to do the same thing over again, right? Pretty much.
And I think I'm gonna use a different tool.
Oh, okay.
This thing's too light. I want to use a heavy tool. Need more exercise. My muscles are getting weak. So we'll work harder. We don't work smart around here. We work harder. Okay. So how high do we need to go?
Let's see where scale says. About.
We need to be at least 3.5 inches. We want something accurate. That working right here. A lot cooler. About 3.9.
Yep, that works. 100th thou off of 4. I call it 4.
That's why I make press blocks for all the same dimension. They can be used for other things now. Ah, just making me stronger. Do some fine tuning on them though. They still appear to be flat.
No burrs or anything. Nice.
Yeah, I tend to go over these frequently. There's no use having them burred up. I'm sure they're not perfect these days, but they're good enough. There you go. Just like you. So that was just covered gears. Now we got to take out the torch to get it apart. See that high spot? Alright, that'll work for now. Okay, how are we gonna hold this? They sound light, don't they? Appear to have a problem.
Is that as low as we can go? Oh no.
Oh, we're way up in the air. No, that goes way down. I got my power cranker going here. See, I go down, you go up. I'll probably read something into that comment. Alright. So somehow we're going to have to hold this down. There's nothing really to grab a hold of over here. Over here we got lifter block holes to grab on. Over here we got this. So, turn it this direction. Put that all the way under there. Oh, we're hitting on a nut. Damn nuts in the way again. Okay. So now we're going to have to we can come up off of these surfaces here and let them out here. Like that, strap it down. So you need a real tall strap.
Doesn't look tall enough. Oh, you can stack them on something?
Oh yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff around here. How high do you want to go?
As high as we need to go. Oh, I see what you use instead. Okay.
You figured it out? You go like that. See, I only need to go to this one here. It's only a little short add-on. That was probably even too long to even use. My shortest one is this one. I'll use this one here, not that one. That one. So you can come off here. I like this side better. So. Yep.
Yep, lines up pretty well.
Yeah, it's on the short side. But a little short. Well, then get this one in here, we'll be fine. Yep, it makes it. Okay, I need a block for here. Got a block?
What size do you think that?
About that tall. Used to have a tape measure around here. We're tall.
Use your calibrated eye.
About a foot. I'm going to go 11.5 inches.
I call 10.
Yeah, we're both off.
What is it, like 9?
9 1/8.
9 1/8. So
You gotta find something that's 9 1/8 inches up.
those look like those are way too long. Unless you stack them up.
That's how you do it. You stack.
All right, let me mount this on a tripod then.
See, like this. There's 5 inches. This one here is 6 inches. That one's 8.
We can go with the 8. No.
You want to pick up the 8? I'm thinking of picking up the 6. That looks heavy enough. Actually, the 5 might be the one to go with, but we'll probably need the 6. Get rid of that one. Now, these are raw, so they're not exactly flat or anything.
We just needed to
But they are
bridge
heavy.
the gap, right?
They are heavy though. You're waiting for me to work on them. Yeah, see, got a little burr there. Ah, don't get your finger in that burr. Just a little burr. Don't run your finger into that, it's sharp as hell now. Just a little bit too coarse for doing that. Knock it down to bastard number 2. Make sure you deburr things so you don't make yourself bleed, preferably. Sharp all the way down that side. These things are dangerous. It's almost like they're raw. Does that sound raw?
Yeah, it does.
Here everybody's saying, where's the power tools? We don't have power tools right here. It's called power tool right in my hand. See there, overburden there. I'm not care about that too far. Some splatter.
What were they cut with? A water jet or?
Water jet. That's why it costs so much to cut them.
Yeah, that kerf looks really clean, very straight.
Yeah. For this kind of work, we should have a bigger file. It's in the lathe over there. It's the next size up from this one.
As coarser teeth or?
Yeah, it's bigger.
Shit.
Of course, we're doing all this work before we check to see if we can use it. We're going to use it right. Alright. Pretty sure we're going to use it. There, perfect. Nice stable footprint.
Ah.
There, we got a perfect fit. Put it in there, twist it around, crank that pig down, and good to go. There you go, nice and stable. Now if you stacked up a whole bunch of these blocks, it would be very rickety.
So they grip onto each other.
We want to have a nice stable foundation to pull against. I bought these ones over here, but these look nice online, but in the real world they're not very
They have a lot of play,
symmetrical.
yeah.
They're not made very accurately. So these need to be actually cut to be usable.
Yeah, remachined.
So you can stack them. Well, they never really been machined. I think they just casted this size. So, not very good. Nice plan, didn't work. So I rarely ever use them because they suck.
So now for the other side.
This one needs a taller one, so let's try this one. No.
A little too short.
Might work. Good enough. All right. Now this one we're going to have to put another big fat one over there. They just went up another 4 inches or 5 inches higher yet.
So we grab the same one.
So we need 2.
I'll get on filing that one then.
All right. Ooh, that one sucks.
Good thing it's just gonna stand up.
It's got some weld splatter there. That's where it was welded to something big. These are not used blocks. So grab my big file over there. Ah,
right.
Splinter in my finger.
That's definitely not the big one. Oh wow. With the blue handle, right?
Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it?
Holy
Yeah, that's a
shit.
good one. Screwing around with baby files. You're doing big work, you need a big ass file. How much easier that is. See, not screwing around with the baby stuff. Boom, done. See, instead of just sliding across like this, you can actually go like this if you're going down. You're
Yeah,
filing the surface.
and it cuts too.
Yeah,
Pretty.
this one here is so short, you run your fingers into it and cut your fingers. And over here, I get the fine one because I'm doing detail work over here.
Just around the corners up a bit so they don't
Just
cut into
taking
you.
the edge off. There's not enough length here to really use the big file. So. It's sharp there. Ah, it's really sharp there. I didn't deburr these edges. Ah. See, I've been fixed already by drop. See, you always keep your fingers away from the bottom. This one you could probably get enough length in here. If you go right along the length, you can actually use this a little bit. But there's so much leverage, you see it wants to go over.
Yeah, it wants to take it with it.
Yeah, 'cause this one I'm holding it, see? Okay. Quick look at that one. It doesn't weigh anything hardly. Okay, looks like we get another 6.
What if you stand it up the other way?
No, too tall.
Too tall.
I'm gonna go with a 5. We only got one 5 here. Oh, there's 2 5s there, just barely. I've been sitting here for a while.
Another file section.
So they get a running start at it. It's got a high spot. So big files take off big burrs quickly. Yeah, how rough it is on the bottom. I think there's some burrs on the other side. So you start with a used piece of metal, you get what you get. Big burr right there. Big burr right there, see it?
Yeah.
Some big burr, real big burr over there.
It looks like it was cut. Maybe an oxyacetylene torch.
I'm gonna cut it off, yeah. I already cut one of these blocks down, but I don't know what happened to them. They're not laying here anymore. High spot down there. When you file the length, you file at 3 angles. You go this way, that way, and then in the middle. Gives you a nice radius.
Nice round, yeah.
Trying to roll it like this over a long distance takes a long time because you're using the length of the file to actually do your cut and rolling. Goes quicker. See, this one's short, so I can roll as I'm doing it.
This is gonna be like a whole 20-minute video on how to file.
Yeah. I spent a lot more than that in class learning how to file, or at least they told me how to file. I already knew how to file when I went to school, so, because I worked on my bike when I was a kid.
Shit, I don't even know how to file my taxes.
You're supposed to file those? Shit, didn't even fill it out. What are you doing? Here you go. We're done with that for now. Nice and heavy. See how stable that isn't?
Very unstable, but stable enough
Stable enough, yeah.
to do the job. No?
That's because it's not machine flat.
Doesn't
Oh, you got one out for me?
Yeah, I did, but no. Alright.
I'll use yours, I don't care.
I mean, you didn't want it at first, so.
Well,
Oh, fuck. We're not tall enough yet.
oh, geez, imagine that. Can I get you some of these? Let's see, now I'm too tall probably. See? I'm too tall.
Might need one of those. Smaller one. There goes someone's parts.
You mean use one of these little small ones? Is that what those are for? So you're gonna get a problem with length too. That's what they make long ones for, see? Okay.
And now we pray it all holds.
It'll be fine. I got torquing kind of evenly so it doesn't tilt up on one side. And you see if it moves. See if it moves when I hit it, but it doesn't move otherwise.
Yeah.
That means it's probably strong enough. You know, so it's got enough torque on it. And if I just keep cramming those down, I'll actually bend the case in like this. It will do that.
Maybe even snap off this.
If you put enough pressure on it, yeah, you'll break stuff. Alright,
Time to switch sides.
here we go. All clamping methods done. Alright, I need a break. I'm tired.